Okay, I learned about this article from the group on Facebook. It's called, I don't want to say how I think it's called, FUK Radiation, from Tom Quinlan. He posted this link, and the link came from Flying Cuttlefish Picayune WordPress article. So I went to the original, and the original is why monitoring stations detect spike in Fukushima radiation. Early Friday morning, June 10th, 2011, at about 3 a.m. local time, one of our new monitoring stations in Hawaii broadcast a radiation alert over the network, reaching a sustained level of over 100 counts per minute for a period of about 15 minutes, peaking as high as 141 counts per minute. At one point, that was the RadNet alert level, 100, if it gets over 100. The readings then subsided to normal background levels of about 37 counts per minute for that station, but within less than 2 hours trended quickly up again to about 100 counts per minute for another 5 minutes or so. The graph at the right depicts this activity. For context, this is the I used to know how to say these things. Kauai station? Kauai station? I'm not sure how to say it. And within the Hawaiian archipelago, that is the main island at the far northwest end of the chain, actually 300 miles from the big island of Hawaii, placing it closest to Japan, about 3,500 miles away. And to boot, I can't remember how to say those. Kauai, I'm not sure, station is located on the north shore of the island in Princeville. You can see the station on the map, the yellow numbered circle at the top left. Well, there. Right there. Okay. No, at the top left over here. This is the big island. Right there. Oh, okay. The station is operating a traditional Geiger counter fixed with an external probe built around the same ultra-sensitive, oversized pancake tube as in the inspector line of instruments. So it is capable of detecting low levels of alpha, beta, and gamma radiation. Data output is through the headphone jack of the survey meter. The Geiger counter is set up for outdoor monitoring, protected from the elements under the eaves of the structure, with the thin mica end window of the Geiger-Mueller tube oriented downward to prevent contamination from possible fallout. So those are the facts of the case. The question now is, did this station detect radiation emanating from Fukushima? To answer that, let's review these points. First of all, the detection was not just a momentary spike in radiation, which could be explained by an instantaneous background surge, a software glitch, or a connection aberration, all circumstances that have triggered false alerts before. The level of detection was 3 times higher than normal background radiation for that station, and sustained for periods as long as 15 minutes, which rules out random spikes in background. The sustained levels of high readings, not once but twice, and separated by subsistence to normal levels, tend to rule out a malfunctioning instrument. Having said that, we have a knowledgeable person in Geiger counter design looking into the validity of the data output. The station reports that Geiger counter's integrity was not compromised in any way that we can tell, safe, dry, under the eaves, and knows of no local explanation for the high readings. Speculation was of a radiation burst from solar flares. flares, but the recent sunspot activity reported in the news was already over, according to one source. And in the 7 years that I have been continuously monitoring, I have never seen a sustained elevated radiation level like this from any solar flare activity. I asked the station if the elevated radiation detection correlated with any rainfall at that time. Well, being the Garden Isle, the predictable response was hard to say. It rains all the time here. And besides, he was sleeping at 3 in the morning. We know that rainfall can contain naturally occurring radioactive contaminants, as even my own tests have confirmed. But my detection was slight, and these readings were quite significant. And if his radiation hit was rainfall related, why was this the first time his station triggered an alert, giving frequent rainfall during the last week he has been monitoring? Unfortunately, one monitoring station on Maui and the Big Island were not operating at the same time. Unfortunately, our monitoring stations on Maui and the Big Island were not operating at the same time, so we lack confirmation of readings. However, the Big Island station is run by a sailor with extensive experience in meteorology, and a few days ago, he essentially predicted these events. That is, what he believes to be weather patterns steering radiation fallout from Fukushima to Hawaii. And with that, my tentative conclusion is that this station did in fact detect radiation from Fukushima. It looks like it smells like it, and it feels like it. Okay, that's all.